Hello, my name is Corinne and I'm going to be discussing the con side of the AAC argument. Our three main points today are based on those discussed in the Essentials for Living by McGreevy, Fry, and Cornwall, and are the cost of AAC devices, the lack of portability of AAC devices, and also the lack of levels of communication that can be achieved while using AAC devices. I'm going to do so by also discussing three common types of AAC devices and how they rank on cost, portability, and levels of communication that can be achieved. First, when discussing sign language, it is important to note that this form of AAC is based on an actual language, for instance ASL. So high levels of communication are able to be achieved by sign language, but the lack of individuals who know sign language, who understand it, and who are able to teach it is often relatively low. So this would be a poor choice for individuals because the lack of communication partners would be very low, and it can be very frustrating because if you're using sign language, not many people will be able to understand what you are saying. So that brings us to speech generating devices. Often when someone thinks of an AAC device, they often think of a speech generating device. And these devices are very easily understood, and also they are fairly easy to use. It often involves searching for a picture and pushing that button, and that will create a computerized speech output. These devices are often very expensive, but with the ease of use are often one of the most commonly used types. And since these devices are able to create sentences, higher levels of communication can be achieved because an individual using the device can often express how they are feeling. They might have a button that says, I'm happy, or I'm sad, or I'm mad. But the portability of these devices is very low, and with the risk of these devices breaking or being lost, the cost is just too high. And if a device is broken, the person using the device is without a means of communication, which could be very detrimental. And if an individual has problem behaviors, could lead this individual to revert back to those maladaptive behaviors. In the Grand Boy presentation that was created by Autism Speaks, they also discussed the use of picture exchange, or most commonly known as PECs. It criticizes the use of PECs because there is not a high level of communication that can be attained while using PECs. For some, this could be deemed a quick fix because it is relatively easy to teach and can teach a child to express their wants and needs fairly quickly. But it is merely only a quick fix and should not be thought of as their full means of communication. When implementing a PECS program, speech should also be the main focus, because this will allow a child to get past only manding and requesting, and also being able to further explain why they want what they want or why they need what they need, which is the most beneficial and which is what really should be desired from speech. So although all of these devices have some qualities that are beneficial to their use, none of them can replace being taught actual spoken language.